All right, so we're diving back into beneath the surface.
Back into those deep waters.
We left off last time with Sophia kind of escaping, right, to this mysterious island.
Seeking a little bit of solace and peace.
But things get a lot more complicated in Chapter 5.
Yeah, a lot more intense, I would say.
So what's going on with Sophia now?
Well, it's interesting because the author sets up this contrast, The island's supposed to be this paradise, but there's this undercurrent of unease.
Right, like something isn't quite right.
Exactly. And that mirrors what Sophia's going through internally, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, think about it. She just had that confrontation with Mark.
Yeah.
Then there's this intense connection with Dom, and the island itself is full of mystery. It's a lot to process.
She's on an emotional roller coaster.
Absolutely. And she's looking for peace, for escape.
But it seems like the more she tries to escape, the more complicated things get.
Yeah, it's like the island's holding up a mirror to her own struggles.
Speaking of mirrors, there's that scene where Sophia finds the hidden door.
Oh, yes. Concealed by all that lush foliage.
It's almost like she's uncovering a secret part of herself as she pushes through those leaves.
Symbolism, right. The author's great at that.
Layers of secrecy and appearances being deceiving.
And that door leads to the underground club.
This opulent hidden world.
The complete contrast to the sunny resort.
When I got to that part, I was like, whoa, where is this going?
Right.
It gets kind of dark.
It takes a turn.
And then to find Dom there.
In the club.
After everything he shared with Sophia, all that vulnerability.
It's a shock.
I felt so betrayed on Sophia's behalf.
It definitely makes you question Dom's trustworthiness.
Big time.
He tries to explain it away,
Saying it's his past, that he's a changed man.
Right, right. But can you really escape your past?
Yeah, is this another layer of the island's mystique? Or even Dom's?
That's a good question.
Because he presented himself as this guy seeking peace and solitude.
Mm.
And now he's in this clandestine club.
Almost like he's drawn to the darkness even as he tries to escape it.
And for Sophia, this is a huge blow.
Especially after Mark.
Right. She's already questioning everything.
So vulnerable.
Can she risk opening herself up to Dom again?
Especially knowing he's keeping secrets.
It's a tough spot to be in.
It is.
Wanting to trust, but also fearing the consequences.
A classic dilemma. It's like the author is playing with us a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Giving us these beautiful scenes, this connection between Sophia and Dom.
Right.
And then suddenly yeah, like a hidden truth bomb.
It's almost like the island's warning Sophia,
Like, hey, don't be fooled by the pretty beaches.
There's darkness here, too.
And not just literal darkness, either.
No, it's more than that.
It's like all the hidden stuff, the stuff we try to ignore.
The complexities of being human.
Exactly. And for Sophia, it feels like a double betrayal.
Oh, definitely.
First Mark, now Dom.
She keeps getting hit with these curveballs.
And she's left wondering if anyone can be trusted.
It makes you think, though.
And how Sophia's reaction to Dom is kind of like her own internal struggle.
I like that.
Like she's trying to escape a part of herself, too.
A past she's not proud of.
Right. Maybe that's why she's so quick to judge Dom.
Even though he was honest with her.
Well, they both have secrets, right?
They got their baggage.
And that shared vulnerability
could bring them closer.
or tear them apart.
It's a delicate balance.
For sure.
And the author captures that tension so well.
That push and pull between wanting to trust and being afraid to.
It's really relatable.
And you know what struck me? How Dom reacts to Sophia's accusation.
Yeah.
He doesn't get all defensive.
He doesn't try to downplay it.
No, he actually opens up even more.
Shares his reasons for being on the island.
It's like he's saying, look, I messed up, but I'm trying to change.
And he wants Sophia to be a part of that.
It's risky, putting yourself out there like that.
Showing your flaws.
But it's also really authentic.
Especially compared to Mark.
Yeah, it's like two different paths to redemption.
Dom's honesty versus Mark's manipulation.
And Sophia has to choose which path she believes in.
Which is tough, because they both come with risks.
Dom's past is definitely a concern.
But so is Mark's present behavior.
It's like she's got two imperfect options.
And she has to weigh them both.
It all comes back to trust, doesn't it?
Yeah, can Sophia get past the hurt?
Can she believe in Dom?
Or will she go back to what's familiar?
Even if it means settling.
These are big questions.
They are.
And I think they're questions we all face.
In our own lives.
Absolutely. Who to trust, who to believe.
And sometimes the hardest part is trusting ourselves.
Our gut feelings.
Right. And Sophia's struggling with that.
Her head's telling her one thing.
But her heart wants something else.
Yeah, and the chapter ends with that uncertainty.
We don't know what she'll choose.
But it feels like her decision will have huge consequences.
For her relationship with Dom.
And for herself. Sophia's stuck between a rock and a hard place, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, Dom, he's got this passion, but also this baggage from his past.
And then there's Mark, reliable, but also a history of manipulation.
It's almost like the author is showing us two sides of the same coin.
Two paths, both with their own dangers.
Exactly. And it makes you think about what's really important in a relationship.
Past actions or potential for change.
Right, because Sophia's been hurt before. It's no wonder she's cautious.
She's learned that lesson the hard way.
And the island itself kind of reinforces that.
With the hidden club and all the secrets.
It's like a metaphor for relationships, you know?
All those hidden depths.
Exactly. You never really know everything about someone.
And for Sophia, this whole situation's about more than just choosing between two guys.
It's a journey of self-discovery, figuring out what she wants.
What you won't compromise on.
Absolutely. And that's something we all face, right?
In our own lives.
Figuring out who to trust, who's genuine.
It's not always easy.
Especially when you've been burned before.
You start to question everything.
And Sophia's at that point.
Her head screaming danger.
But her heart wants to believe in Dom.
Yeah, to take a chance.
It's a tough call, you know?
What would you do in her shoes?
Honestly, I don't know.
Could you forgive Dom's past?
Or would the fear be too much?
There, it's a big risk.
It is, but that's what makes Beneath the Surface so good.
It forces you to think about these things.
About trust, forgiveness, love.
It doesn't give you easy answers.
No, it just makes you dive deeper into these emotions.
And at the end of the day, isn't that what a great story should do?
Absolutely. Make you think, make you feel.
So as we wait to see what Sophia decides,
Let's ponder this. Can love really conquer everything?
even the shadows of the past.
Or are some wounds just too deep?
I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens next in Beneath the Surface.
Yeah.